Hey guys, my name's Raymond. I play Solid Snake on Metal Gear 2, The Phantom Rises. Jojo Pose.
I am Will Brower, and I played Otacon on Solid Snake 2.
Hey, I'm Melanie, and my role in this project is Naomi.
Hey guys, my name is Aries, and I play Colonel Campbell in the Snake series.
Hello, my name is Brandon Romano, and I play Vamp in the Metal Gear Solid film.
Do I know much about my character? Not really. I just know that he is a military guy who's been recruited. I know that he was recruited into the military for a couple years, and he's like a pretty elite soldier, I'd say. I am gonna probably get so canceled so hard for even saying these things. But all I know is that he's a special ops soldier who was sent in for special missions that basically nobody else would take. For example, going to shut down the Metal Gears and stuff. That's all I really know. I haven't played the games, I'm sorry. I've only played Metal Gear Revengeance.
My only introduction to Snake was when he appeared in Smash Bros. So that's my only way of knowing Snake. So, yeah, so that was kind of hard. However, when I was explained, to me what her personality was, I thought, okay, this works. Okay, because, there were times in my life where, I was the only woman in a room full of men, and I'm like, I'm surrounded by idiots, feeling like Scar from the Lion King. But she was fun to do, because, I can be sarcastic, she seems sarcastic, it works. It works. It's like this role was written for me. I'm just joking.
Yes, I do. Well, Otacon, I do, because I played him since high school. He's just the scientist from the games that helps Snake out on missions, just, this background character. It's really a fun character to play because Metal Gear films and games are kind of meta, so they're like comedy, we can break the fourth wall. But my other character is new because I also play Venom halfway through the movie, and playing Venom, I didn't play Phantom Pain, but I knew about the war, so playing a clone brother was very interesting.
I did grow up playing the Metal Gear Solid games, so Colonel, he's just one of those people that Snake just talks to when he's on a mission, so there's not he's not a main character that you typically interact with, but just I have a basic understanding of just what's going on in the Metal Gear series, even though the fucking story is all over the place. But I've always been interested in the Metal Gear video game series as a whole.
I didn't when I first was offered the role, but I took time out of my day to look up stuff about the game, videos about the games, and the specific instances he was featured, and I grew to actually really like the character Vamp, so I'm glad I got to play him.
I'd actually have to say filming was a lot of fun, especially in the fight scene. Working with Brower on that was so much fun. Doing this, the sword fighting, I was so eager to do so much of the sword fighting. Oh my god! And you guys are gonna love the behind, the bloopers. That one was my favorite. At one point, I'm pulling out a stupid card. I can't remember what I said, but then I did some Sailor Moon power. Moon spiral heart attack! Oh my god, that was a lot of fun.
Filming was fine. I think what made this easy was that it all took place in, I want to say, 3 locations. The main one being at the apartment, so it was okay, that wasn't too bad, and most of my scenes were me sitting, so it wasn't okay, at least I don't gotta do action sequences. That's great, at least I don't gotta be outside in the heat with my costume, so it all worked out. I like simplicity.
Yeah, your scene's nothing like a day.
Yeah, it was. I think what helped was also ad-libbing certain lines. because I don't like halting production. So I was like, okay, I'll just say something similar to what the script is like, and hopefully it sounds natural.
How was filming? It was great. I mean, I didn't have too many days that I had to go out and film, and it was a little hot, but you know, that's beyond control. Aside from that, everything was great. Everything was cool. It went by smoothly, and it was fun.
My favorite scene to film was the fight scene in the escape scene, where the first fight where Snake fought Venom for the first time with swords, because that's the first time I choreographed Snake with a sword. Yay, continuity. Because I've always wanted to do an escape scene where they, you know, the heroes escape in the forest and, you know, the villain catches up with them. So that was a lot of fun, and the gun effects were fun to edit too, because they're just muzzle flashes and I know how to, so I can make it look extra good. And we actually improvised some fight scenes because Raymond does, you know, he works out every now and then, and I think he does boxing or martial arts sometimes, so he knew how to block my punches, so I could literally just throw punches and he'd block it, so it was a fun little fight scene.
And let's also talk about that fist fighting scene that I did with Brower. We kind of improvised it just a little bit. I kind of got stabbed in the leg with a thorn, but it's okay after like a week. We can talk about that. But no, he kind of threw me to the ground, which he'll probably show you. And I got like stabbed right in the shin. But it was still a lot of fun. I'll admit, I would gladly do that again.
Would definitely be, there's a portion in the first introductory fight scene that I'm in where I have to like drop down out of a tree and stab someone in the back and then pull them around, and it's just, I like climbing stuff, so it was really fun to try that. And it was only one shot, so I didn't destroy my legs afterwards, so it was great.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, I guess this time around, I guess it was nice not having to get into my monkey suit. Because, I mean, it's nice owning a suit, but wearing a suit isn't the most comfortable thing, so just being in whatever clothes Brower had, that was a little better. Wasn't as, that leather jacket was a little hot, I'm not gonna lie, but it's better than a fucking suit jacket.
My favorite scene to film. That is an excellent question. I think it was I think it was definitely when I was first pulling out the Master Sword when we were fighting those people. So instead of just randomly pulling out the Master Sword, I was like, you know what? Let me make it appear like it was magic or something. And I decided to do something like that from the Star Wars movie. The last Star Wars movie. It sucks, by the way. Who said that? Anyway.
Okay, it was probably the scene where my character Naomi and Otacon are shooting, because it's supposed to be a serious situation, but this fucking dude is just like having a grand old time like we're at Disney World. I'm just like, we're getting shot at and you're having fun. I fucking hate you. You just wanted some fucking rust, didn't you?
Maybe.
Which is how I would react in a serious situation. Like, I fucking hate you, and if we make it out of this alive, I'm gonna be the one to kill you. But that was my favorite scene, just cause.
I mean, there's a lot of shit we filmed, so I think I can necessarily narrow down a specific scene that I enjoyed filming. But, I mean, it's a fun project overall.
Getting stabbed as the mini extras.
Yeah.
Favorite blooper? Good question. I guess this one, just the one we just did, with the with the therapist thing. Oh man, that was funny. Actually, no. We were doing some test scenes, so I was like dancing around like an idiot. That was funny. I'll say that was my second favorite blooper.
My favorite blooper, I would have to say the fight scene between Snake and what was his name? And Venom. There you go. I was gonna say Venom, but I was like, will Marvel sue me? Anyways, but that was my favorite blooper just because every time Raymond tried to do his own stunts, he got hurt. And we did so many takes. From that. But it was like, I really want you to win, so hopefully the stunt you want to do works out. So that was my favorite blooper, just him getting frustrated.
There was a portion of time after we filmed the two guards lying dead on the floor, where we were just kind of like holding on it for a while, and at some point I just kind of pointed at you guys and said, "Damn, they're dead."
I think I'm bleeding. Oh,
They're so dead.
yes.
The one.
Serious?
Yes, I am serious. My favorite blooper is probably the one where I get hit with the box. When Snake realizes, oh, they spotted us, because that wasn't a blooper, but it was kind of a blooper, because I don't think I have it in the reel, but we died laughing after the camera cut because the box hit me in the face when Snake lifted it up, so that was really fun. Like, oh, they spotted us. Whoosh.
For every good scene that we have, there's like a minimum of like 5 fuck-ups, so that's another thing I probably couldn't necessarily narrow down to one specific blooper.
Oh god, I think I'm bleeding.
Oh yeah,
That hurt. Oh, I think I'm bleeding. Oh.
I was kind of, I was just going off for, I don't know what I was doing.
Do I think that I pulled off the role of Snake? I'd say yes, but not with much confidence, only because I think other people could have done better than me. But I did try my best to, give justice to the character as much as I could. Because usually when I cosplay a character like Inosuke, Alistair from Has Been Hotel, I try to do my best as to act as the character that I'm going to play as, just to bring, life to the character, just because I think that's, again, I gotta do it justice. My thing is that if you're gonna dress the character, you gotta be, if you're gonna dress the part, at least try to be the part, if that makes sense.
This time around, Anacon was a lot more in-depth with the story. As a child, he was just there to help the plot go further because he had every item there to, here, this will extend the plot, and this time he's an actual character helping Snake on the mission, not just being there to get rescued, or, he has the star now from the first movie that we remade, and that drives his character to do extra things like actually be on scene instead of in the lab. It was fun. More fun to act.
I hope so, because I never knew the original Naomi, so I really hope I did her character well. I hope I lived up to the expectations. Maybe me and the original Naomi can meet up one day, I don't know.
Sasha's pretty chill.
Okay, great.
The Colonel's white in like the video game, so I got like half of that down because I'm half white, so yeah, at least there's that, I guess. I got 50% of the role right.
Amazing.
I think I did pretty well. I mean, I feel like the character, as the way I portrayed it, is a lot different from the actual character in the source material anyway, just by, looks and just what they're capable of and all that. So I feel like, everybody who gets a role, even if it's the same role as somebody else did in a previous film, it's like their own thing, I feel like you can't really do too bad at your own thing.
Oh, did I just roll with it or study the role? No, the hell I did not. Brower just one day just texted me, he was like, "Hey, you want to be part of this movie?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So from then on, I just went with it. I just went with it from then on. I was like, "Yeah, why the hell not?" Shit. He's like, "Here, you're gonna be playing as Solid Snake," and I was like, okay, shoot, why not?
Oh yeah, I definitely rolled with it. I mean, once I was told she was a smart, capable, sarcastic person, I was like, yeah, I can definitely pull that off. I can definitely pull off being a smartass since that's pretty much my person. Yeah.
I watched portions of it. I'm a very busy guy in the real world here, so I don't really do much watching of like long form content unless I'm falling asleep to it. But I did watch some of it, especially some of the vamp sections, just so I could understand, you know, like what kind of style the film was going for. And I feel like I understood it. You know, I think I did good.
Nice.
I would say this time around, directing this movie, the flavor was comedy. Like, I wanted a lot of action, so the action scenes would speak for themselves. In the plot, it would drag the movie out further. But the comedy really helped because Snake is, like, fourth wall breaking and whatnot. So, this movie, I said, actors, if you have an idea, let me know. We can have a lot of fun on set. Alright, cool. And that was great because the actors weren't tired, they wanted to keep going, they had fun on set, and that is what I've learned from the past, because in the past I would just go, no, don't do that, do this, and do this, do that again, but do this, like, and then I would be editing it, and that scene wouldn't match up with the other scene because the actors did something different. So this time I said, you know what, to further not have mess-ups anymore, actors improv, and I'll see the script and see if it matches, you know. Play with the cast and they'll play with you too, and it'll be for a good movie.
Was it fun or tiring? Honestly, yeah, there were some times when it was like super tiring, when I was so tired. One night, I think we were doing some outside shots over at our tennis court for the shooting scene, and then we went to the park, and after we got back, I was knocked out so hard. They were binge watching Star Wars, the Clone Wars series, and I was knocked out. I was like, I was just so tired. But no, other times it was a lot of fun. Yeah, like I said, the fight scenes, definitely had a lot of fun doing those.
Actually, I'm amazed by how quickly we would get through certain scenes. That is always great. So, yeah, I didn't mind this project.
Definitely both of those things. It was fun the entire time through. But like after those days of just having to climb stuff and running around and slicing people, even though it's fun, it's still physically exhausting.
Yeah.
And but you know, it's all worth it in the end.
It was more fun this time around than tiring on set. Smash Bros. And Zelda, I think, were tiring because we had so many locations we had to do, and we couldn't get the film done in time, but we did. This time around, it was a lot of fun because we didn't have a day when it rained. It was nice weather all the time. I think there was one day when it was hot, but it was mostly cold because we filmed it in January. So it was a lot of fun, and it was just a relaxing time because we all got along with each other. I think the only complication was Snake's schedule because he had work, he had to move, and we had to help him out and with that. But once he was on set, it was fun. Got done in a good amount of time.
The first one we shot here, mostly in the apartment, so I guess the first one was easier, technically, because we didn't have to go anywhere, I suppose.
I mean, yeah, why not? I honestly don't see why not. Sure. Hopefully I have time to actually do it. But maybe with more facial hair and more beautiful hair.
Yes, I definitely would like to come back for future projects because, years ago when I saw, Team Zaandarbrow do the medieval series and then do the Zelda series, I'm like, oh, that looks like fun. I want to be a part of a project. I wish I could do that. And then when I was asked to be camera person for Smash Bros, I was like, I'm getting invited by the cool kids to sit at the table. Like, that's how I honestly felt. And then going from camera person to a character is like, this is fun. So I would definitely come back for a future project. be a camera person or a character.
No, for sure. I would definitely be down to do that. Return as Vamp in future films. I believe that you're a wonderful director, Xander here, and he was great working with. So even if I wasn't playing Vamp, I'd still want to do something in the future with him.
Yeah.
Brower's probably gonna drag me into it anyways, so yeah, I guess so.
You goddamn right.
I would love to make a third Snake movie because I've always wanted to complete a trilogy. I've always ended on 2, so to end it on 3, that'll just be the icing on the cake. Anacon's dead, so I can't come back. But who knows? There's cloning technology. I don't know what the plot's gonna be. So I'd love to make a third one to end it off.
Do I cosplay? Yes. I have cosplayed characters like Adeptus Zhao from Genshin Impact, Inosuke Hashibita from Demon Slayer, Alistair from Hazbin Hotel, and soon enough I'm going to be cosplaying Saname from Demon Slayer as well. I will also be cosplaying Denji from Chainsaw Man, and I'm gonna have like a little small amalgamation of Eric Draven and Zhao at MetroCon, so catch me there with my Archon Venti.
Do I cosplay? Very occasionally. I have a weird thing where I don't care what other people cosplay, but for me, if I'm cosplaying something, I want to look like the person I'm cosplaying, and unfortunately there's not a lot of characters that I know of that look like me, that aren't just like the same light-skinned guy with an afro. So I don't do it often, but when I do, it goes hard.
Yes, I actually do. Not many people know I do. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I create my own cosplays. I don't. I am not that talented. I did do a DIY cosplay once, but I had to order the materials off of Amazon, so still, I want to believe that whether you buy your cosplay online or you hand make it, I feel like cosplay is cosplay.
In a cosplay environment, I can get into character, but it's much more easy for me to fall out of character because I'm just being myself most of the time and there's a lot of downtime. But in a film, every scene you're in character, and it's cooler to see yourself realized in that way eventually once it's all edited together and stuff.
I would say more of a filmmaker because cosplay is expensive, and filming I already have all the costumes and I can just film whatever. Cosplay I have to wait until cons are there and I have to wait till the costume gets here. I love it, but once I have the costume I use it for filming because I'm like, hey, I have a new costume, new character in the script. So pretty much I'm a filmmaker.
Considering the only time I cosplay is when I'm filming. They go hand in hand with me. I'm a nerd, but I'm not as nerdy as the rest of these fucks who every day is Halloween for these motherfuckers and they're spending their whole paycheck to cosplay.
Yeah.
I'd say I can't really pick. I have to say both. I do like both because cosplaying, like I said earlier, when I cosplay a character, like again in Inosuke, the things that I do as Inosuke is no different from filming, because I would gladly act as Inosuke any time of the day when I'm at a con. Like if you hear screaming from the top of somebody's lungs, that's probably me at a con.
Yeah, that's tough just because when you're filming, you get to see like your story come to life slowly but surely. So the magic of your story coming to life, that's always great. But when you're cosplaying, it's like
It's like a blueprint.
it's almost like learning the psychology of the person you're supposed to be portraying. So I always find that fun. Yeah, whenever I pick a person to cosplay, I do extensive research on who this person is, what is their personality, what are their quirks, how do they talk, how do they move. Like I go deep into who they are, and then I try to emulate, I'm pretty sure that's a word, emulate that person. So that way people can be like, oh, you're supposed to be this individual. Yeah, but I still don't know which I like better, so it's a tie.
What was the inspiration behind the story? Like, where did the idea of the Phantom Rises and like the plot with Venom, how did that come about?
The plot for this movie came about when I played The Phantom Pain, or the previous game before that, because I've always noticed characters come back to life through cloning or through DNA. Snake has a really complicated family history, so I was like, you know what? Without renaming it The Phantom Pain, I could just rename it The Phantom Rises so people can find the movie. And I'm like, who rises? Who's a villain? Oh yeah, Venom Snake is kind of like the new big boss. So, backstory, kill him off, get him back in a new body, because filming scenes with a stunt double is hard unless the stunt double looks exactly like the person. So I just thought, hey, I'll be Venom, I'll make up a little storyline so we can still do a fight scene between the clone brothers. So it was fun to be Raymond and myself.
Yes, I hope you guys did enjoy the film. We did work really hard on this film, and it was a lot of fun. Again, I know I keep saying it, but I'm telling you, it was fun. So much fun. My Instagram handle is the elements of cosplay. Like, there's a Z instead of an S, just because, you know, element of cosplay was already taken. Those bastards. But yes, be sure to follow me. I hope you guys enjoy the content that I do, and especially with the TikToks. And also, please do follow my girlfriend. She does great content. Her name is withered_wings_cosplay. She also does very much want to become an actor. So if you guys want to ever, you know, use her for any fan films or anything like that, or even voice acting, she also likes to do that. Be sure to please do hit her up with that, because that is her dream.
Daisy?
Yeah, she could do that too. Shoot.
Let's go.
Raymond was the new actor following Cole Sorello. Obviously, we do see Cole in this movie, but what's your experience with Raymond as the new Snake for the time being?
Raymond as the new Snake honestly was a lot of fun. Cole was a lot of fun, but Raymond just had this charisma of the Snake voice that I think Cole was trying to go seriously. Like, he worked for Smash Bros, but Raymond just has an embody of comedy and serious to both parts, because he did a lot with choreography and shit, and his voice can change to the gruff Snake to the comical Snake and keep that balance. He was a lot of fun to work with. Cole was a lot of fun to work with too, but Raymond is a good recasting to have that balance of both, so it was really good to match them.
Alright, well, once again, I'm Melanie. You can follow me on Instagram as amor_mariposa13. Follow me on TikTok on TWAS_written. And, yeah, I just need followers.
Like, what is your personal ranking of the movies so far in the MCU, and where would Metal Gear Solid 2 be in that list?
My ranking for the MCU, I'd put Smash Bros. As number 1, I would put Zelda as number 2, I'd put Solid Snake 2 as number 3, and then I'd put Quarantine as number 4, I'd put Solid Snake 1 as number 5, and then I'd put Waluigi as number 6. My favorite to least favorite.
Alright, so, last question.
I think I got all of them.
Yeah, it should be.
The Christmas special, in between Waluigi and Snake.
Want to try that again?
Nah.
Well, this has been me, Arius, as the Colonel on Snake. I don't have anything to promote, so subscribe to Brower's channel at Zaandarbrow. And let's get more than 2 people watching our videos. That would be nice.
Yes, please.
My name is Brandon Romano. I was playing Vamp in Metal Gear Solid fan film. And the only thing I have to plug, I guess you can find me on YouTube, Nobody Good. You can find me on Twitter, I am Nobody Good. I don't really do much right now, but I have plans for things to do in the future, so if you want to see that, go ahead and get followed now.
The final question, probably the most important one I could ask you. What's next for Phase 2? What's the next movie?
The next movie after Snake 2 is, drumroll please, Link 2, Legend of Zelda 2. Because that's the last movie I have to remake. Other than that, it's new territory after that.
Would you like to announce the title?
The title of Legend of Zelda 2 is Tears of the Kingdom.